Hi there, wonderful awakening beings and spiritual souls. Jo Rose of JoRose.com, numerologist and energy forecaster. In this video, I'm sharing with you the numerology forecast for 2022. It's a 6 energy. How do we know this? By adding together and reducing down all the digits of the current year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. The 6 is all about healing, harmony, home, family. It's nature, nurture, nourish. It's a caregiving number. It's kind to others, and it's about relationships. It's a very intense year for relationships because we have the 3 2s in it. So no matter what it is that you are doing or who you're with, everything this year is about relationship. The relationship with you and a product, a substance, a person, a career, a place. The relationship is the most important thing that we will be working on this year. The flip side of this energy is it can be very cynical, critical, self and of others, suspicious, meddlesome. It can be a martyr. Don't get stuck in that. Highly dogmatic, perfectionist. It's a warrior, a doubter, self-righteous and unrealistic. A lesson for the year would be to love, value and appreciate the self. Love starts with the self. It's your life, L-Y-F-E. Love yourself first every day. People treat you the way you treat yourself. And if you are not giving yourself self-love, if you're not honouring and understanding who you are, why you're here, what lights you up and what pulls you down, if you're doing things out of compliance or guilt, if you're feeling obligated or harassed, that's not love. Just be mindful it's not lazy also if you don't want to do it, but really understand why you're connected to the task or the people or the things, and then realize why that you need to value you in all that you do. So I'm going to go through a number of things that I feel is going to bring forward for this year. First of all, I want to say to you, in everything you do, follow your heart. Do what lights you up. Be true to you. Too many lose the self for others. Too many lose the self because they've got to earn the money or comply with the family or religion or a job. If it doesn't light you up, it is time to change. The 6 is about relationships, and we've got that 222 there. The most important relationship is the one with the self. When you do what lights you up, when you do what is good for you, then it radiates out. You are just brighter and vibrant, and you will attract people on that wavelength. Look at what you've got around you. Your life is the total of the 6 closest people to you. Are they elevating you or are they pulling you down? If you're in a relationship with an intimate, a partner, spouse, whatever kind of relationship that is for you, let go of telling them I love you and say I love us. Because when you love us, you are connected to that relationship. You are supporting each other and moving forward together. And should that person or you leave the relationship, it will not be so traumatic and heartbreaking. Because first and foremost, you loved you at the same time as loving them. So it's half the pain that it was before. And also it's less codependent. When you love us, you do things for us together. If it's not an us task, that's okay, because you can have a he does that, she does that, they do that type thing. Is it bringing joy and love into the relationship? So love us as you move forward. Have you noticed we've just done Christmas, New Year? Have you noticed family arrangements? Were you welcome over this period of time? Have there been conflicts about whether you've had the needlecraft or not, or whether you've done a lateral flow test or not? It's time to bring things to the forefront, and if the family can't talk about it, then it's time to have a break. There is no point in depleting your own energetic vibration just to please others, because they're not pleased. Do you find there's often an elephant in the room? Things get brushed under the carpet, or you're walking on eggshells. This is not good for your well-being, your health, your vitality. The 6 is about nurturing and nourishing. It's about growth. It's about fertility and vibrancy. Do things that work for you and not tolerate what does not. The 6 is also very creative, so it's about creativity. Find new and interesting ways to do things. Be in the moment, whether that is drawing, craft, baking, gardening, or just having a paintbrush or a pencil in your hand. It's also very good at solution solving. Maybe time to start doing a journal. Let out what is really going on and find the answers, because this year will be about healing the shadow self. See the beauty in all that you look at. Even if it's an old desk, see the beauty in how it helps you work on top of it or eat from it. There is beauty in everything, and it's time we come away from what doesn't look right, what we need to fix in cosmetic surgery, and look at what we actually radiate out. We are all unique, we all bring our own thing, and it's time to embrace what you bring. So see your own inner beauty and see the beauty in others. See the beauty in the harsh lessons that perhaps others are teaching you, directly or indirectly. In the 6 energy, it's about home and garden. It's a time to redecorate, to do maintenance, perhaps modernize, or modify your home. Get out in the garden, ground yourself, whether it's for flowers, or halve your garden and grow fruit and veg. Grow it organically and allow the family to join in and eat the food with you. Perhaps you've got a small garden, or you on your own, and you might grow it and it all comes at the same time. What if your community was also doing this and you each grew 1 or 2 things, or 3 or 4, whatever, and you shared it out with others? You traded the beetroots for the parsnips, or the carrots for the turnips, or the strawberries for the raspberries. Growing your own fruit and veg from garden to table will be the healthiest way that you can consume the food. The 6 brings house moves. Perhaps you're upsizing or downsizing or relocating. And if it's because you are looking for a care home for others, do your due diligence. Look at what's happened in the care homes over the last couple of years. Do you value your parents? Are you listening to what they want, or your relative that needs to go into some form of care? Look for care places for respite if you are the sole carer of somebody that needs constant support from you. If you're decorating or doing your home, learn to do some of the things yourself. Stop spending money out, especially if we have more lockdowns, or you've not got the income at the moment because you were laid off, or you're having to change jobs, or something has happened. Do more things yourself. There are so many videos online of how to fix, repair, build, create. I'm telling you that when you accomplish something that you've done yourself, there is nothing more rewarding or self-satisfying than the success of completing a task. So go back to old methods, traditional methods in what you do. On a flip, the 6 can be a self-destructive number. It worries endlessly and holds so much doubt. Things are going really well, and then, oh, it's too good to be true. They invite something in. Remember, what you focus on expands. If you think it's going to go wrong, it is, and that's where the 6 comes along with its doubt. The 6 is also suspicious of others, doesn't necessarily trust many, can be meddlesome and interfere. It's a doormat, a dog's body, and it's forever wanting things to be perfect from the 6 perspective. It's time to see people where they are at. Allow them to muddle through and wait to be asked for advice or help or support. Some challenges are really hard to overcome, but if it means a lot to the person, they will find a way. If they come to you, look to yourself if you are actually helping them or enabling them. Every time a parent helicopters in, they are denying the child of their own experience. They're putting their own fears out there on children. And children have gone through so many fears over this last year and a half. The 6 is about nurture, nourish, counsel. You will be called in to counsel family, friends, work colleagues. Be mindful if you're called on to counsel children. Listen to your children. Feel your children. Step into their shoes. They don't know what you know. And do you really know what you know? One of my greatest questions is, you don't know what you don't know, and receive everything as first received. So look at the child when they're inquiring or asking questions. Are you giving them an answer that you've been told but don't really know if it sits well with you? All too often, we're passing down information that we haven't clarified, verified for the self. So asking better questions is something really important. And counselling is about listening and hearing and allowing them to explore. Coaching is to give it back in a way that empowers them to move forward. What is the outcome that they want? What is it they want to explore? The 6 is about service. It's to serve, but not of servitude. It should not deplete you. Often people with a strong 6 energy overgive and wear themselves thin. They're seldom valued and appreciated. It's naturally there and taken for granted. Talking about children is a very significant focus for 2022. What kind of world have they been in? What kind of fears may they have created within themselves? Do they know how to read body language or facial expressions if they're constantly covered? Do they sense the fear when they are out with adults? Because younger children do not wear the mask, but they see everybody else. Have you noticed when you walk around the supermarket, there is less chit-chat and conversation? People are rushing and moving away, as if people have got a plague or they are a bioweapon. I don't believe they are. And if you sit with them, I don't believe you would know they are. Children will have suffered, especially in school. Teenagers, what kind of world are they going in? How are they seeking their relationships? I believe a lot of things will come up, crimes against humanity and certainly crimes against children. The Maxwell case was going through in December. Let's see where that moves forward in 2022. The crimes about children, organ harvesting or harvesting their blood, and adrenochrome. While some may want to not accept that this exists, there is enough out there to say it does. Rituals that take place at the sacrifice of children, women, fetus, babies. Sorry to bring this to your attention, but we really need to know what goes on with the missing children. Hundreds go missing. Hundreds of thousands or even millions go missing every single year. It's time to call an end to this. Spend time with children. Be young like a child. Do more activities with your children. Connect and play and give them face-to-face, one-on-one attention. Put down the gadgets and gizmos. Play the traditional games. Do the traditional things like baking together and gardening together and swimming together and getting out and being together. I've noticed over the years that children push parents away. Is it because parents didn't have the time for the children? AI has taken over big time. It's becoming a soulless place. The 6 is not soulless. The 6 is probably the most caring, compassionate, conscientious number and energy we have. And it is a time to use it to heal. The 6 is about responsibility versus sacrifice. Who is responsible for you and who is responsible for another? When you take responsibility for you or your planet, your world, your environment, your life, your career, you can take action. But if you believe it's down to someone else, your boss, your partner, your parent, your child, your government, the system, then you're going to be stuck in whatever way that they are steering you. Don't sacrifice your life, your longing, your purpose, your dreams for someone else. It's a time for critical thinking and intuition. It's a time to balance you and others, to balance personal and work, to balance giving with receiving. The 6 is over giving, and they are really bad receivers. It's time to know when you need help and accept it when it's coming your way. The 6 is about saying no when you would say yes and yes when you would say no. Do what lights you up. Do what elevates you. Do what makes you feel good. The 6 in business. We will see more things go local, independent, organic, homemade. It will be about service and value. Repeat custom. Know your client. Get to know what their needs are and provide it. Listen to your clients. Get feedback, referrals, recommendations. If someone has given you a good service, then recommend them. It's the best form of advertising and it's free. Find ways to contra deals or make partnerships. See that when you're paying another to do a job, it's not a cost to your business, but it's helping your business elevate and providing funds for that person's home life and family. By them doing a good job, it's actually elevating your own business, which will provide funds for you and your family. So find a better way of doing business. Create more things, arts and crafts, old traditional ways. If you find somebody making organic soaps and body products, there will be better for you than the mass-produced, chemically based ones that you buy from the stores. Look to buy personal art or create your own. Well, we're talking about business here. Create your own and sell your own arts. Somebody gave me a gift for the solstice and it was handmade. Craft gifts and give them out to people for just giving them a gift or for their birthday, Christmas, anniversary, or if you're going to dinner. When you're going to dinner, bake something and take it. Afternoon tea, take something around for the table. Come together, become a unit. It's not all falling on one person. If you're raising animals, treat them kind, free range, give them love. Yes, they will end up on the table. Sorry to all those that do not eat meats in any format. But if you are kind, they've had a good life. Because what we consume, whether it's words of destruction or food that has been contaminated physically, mentally or emotionally, will deplete the body. This year is about healing the body. Look for well-being over profit. If you do a good job, you'll have enough money to make things work. You'll have repeat business and the world will be brighter and happier. Now know that home is in the heart. Trust your heart. Listen to your heart. Hindsight is better than foresight. Trust your intuition. It's your inner tuition. Check in before you put that piece of food in your mouth. Bless the meal before you start. Take out any contamination that's in it spiritually. Bless the food, bless the water, bless the air. Get out and have fresh air. Ground yourself. Laugh. Laughter is fuel for the soul. So is hugs and love. It's time to stop distancing and come together. It's time to connect and hug. And if there's no one around, then hug yourself. It's just as important to do that. When we see the 6, we see a pregnant mother nurturing and growing the baby inside, doing all the mother can so that the baby is born healthy. Over time, Mothers are forgotten. They're doing everything in the background. Nobody understands why the washing is back ironed in the closet, the food is on the table or in the fridge. Tasks are done, children are collected or delivered to school. Mothers are often underappreciated, just like planet Earth. It's time to appreciate both Mother Earth and mothers. If mothers got paid for what they did, it would be 70, 80,000 pounds. And if you are a mother returning to work, don't just believe you were a mother. You were a cook, a cleaner, a caregiver, a chauffeur, a teacher, a healer, a counsellor, a coach. You have so many trades there within by being a mother. Value what they are and utilise them. Know that you have raised your children and they are all still alive doing whatever they're doing. Use that as a reference to how good that you are. The 6 is about healing. It's time to heal your relationships. Work on the inner self, the shadow self, and bring it forward and find out what each relationship is teaching you. It's time to heal the body. The 5 energy was about substance. You may have taken the shots. You may have taken endless supplements, probably the wrong ones for too long or not long enough. And not all supplements are made organically or well. Supplements to me are the opposite side of the same coin. Ill health, let's make people sick, let's create supplements. So look at what you're putting in your body. If you can get it from your food by growing organically, that is the best way to deal with it. Heal businesses. The big businesses have come and knocked the smaller independent businesses out. It's time to heal the way we do business, to reconnect. It's not about selling, it's about relationship buying. Heal businesses, go back to the old traditions and bring them forward. People are looking for something that's different and not mass produced. Healing communities. Are you in a healing community? If your family's not healing, you need to find a community out there, find your tribe. Here in the UK and many countries, there is the Stand in the Park communities. Go along to them, meet and talk with like-minded people. They may be able to answer some of the questions that you can't find the answer from because the system is only leading you one way. Also, finding out that other people think and feel the same way as you is empowering and strengthening, and it helps you stay well and vibrant. It's time to heal finances. We hear so many things about finances and the economic crash. There is an agenda out there, but there's also another agenda I hear. Will it become gold-backed finance as opposed to the fiat system? Will we be paying less tax? Look at where you're spending money and how you save money. Where do you invest? Invest in yourself and education. Talking of education, this also needs to be healed. Perhaps you've got a topic that you can teach. Schools need to change. Stop being indoctrinating and brainwashing and allow children to explore who they are. When I look at my children's numerology and I looked at what they were doing at school, I was constantly at the school steering things to the benefit of my children. In the school, they're just statistics, but my children could have wasted years of their life studying academic things that weren't going to serve them when they were highly creative. It has worked in the best for my children, and it can work the best for anybody. So if you need to re-educate yourself in something, by all means go out and do it. But look at how the system is working. Are we just being given programming information? Find out, is it really the truth? Become your own investigative journalist, your own Sherlock Holmes. And as for leadership, governments and politics really are not working. It needs to become collective leaderships, community leaderships, where a system works for all and not just one. At the moment, the system works for the elite and the normal everyday man does as well as it can and gets knocked back. It's time for this to change. We need to heal everything from planet Earth, the human being, to everything that we do to make things work. Find out where AI serves us and release it where it doesn't. There aren't enough jobs for everybody, and yet they're creating AI caregivers. Pay the people the right salaries to do the right jobs, and stop taking so much in taxes away from them that they're not having enough to deal with their own lives. This is all that needs to be changed. This is the spiritual awakening. There are various types of spiritual, I don't know what word I want for this. When we think about spiritual awakening, we have the spiritual warriors. They bring out the dark, and there are many of us that have brought out the dark. And those that only focus on the light, they are the lovers, the fluffy ones. Love and light will heal. Let's bury our head in the sand. No, that is not the answer. Yes, we do need love and light, but we also need to accept the dark side, whether that's our own dark side or that in the world, so that then we can take action. Because if we don't know what's wrong, we cannot fix it. It's time to balance the spiritual warrior types. Be the love and light, be the activist warrior. Find solutions when you bring each forward. A mantra for this year: is it better to be right or light? Drop your baggage, cut the ties, find ways that you feel more floaty and free as you move through life. We've been seeking freedom in 2021. Let's hold on to it and really own our sovereignty and our freedom. Free will is there. Is it elevating you, or is it disempowering you? Perceptions will alter this year. We'll look at family different. We'll look at earth different. We'll look at business different. Set your intention for a better world and do what you can to move forward. And it starts at home. Home in your own heart, home for your own self-love, home in your own local environment. We will note this year that it will be morals over money. As they cut more things back and they stipulate more mandates, people that realise that certain things like the shot does not serve them are stepping down. And now if they've lost their career path before they're finding a new one, or as they're finding a new one, they're looking for better ways to move forward, that they will tell you what's really going on. And this is why I believe more court cases will come forward with crimes against humanity. It's your responsibility to own your best life yet. Take responsibility for you and what is important for you and play your role. The 6 is about celebration. So find so much in each day to celebrate, whether that's you personally stopping for a nice cup of tea or a glass of wine, or having a hot bath, or getting into fresh sheets. But come together as communities as much as you can to celebrate certain times of the year. Go to local Easter parades or Valentine's functions. Have summer picnics in the park, on the beach, on the green. Each bring a offering to the table, food, chairs, tables, whatever is needed to make it work, and get to know deep down who the people are that are in your environment. It's time to raise the vibration on planet Earth, and it starts locally to where you are. When we hit the 2 millennium, it is about care. So for the next 1,000 years, we are looking where we care and what we care and how we care. We are currently in a 2 decade. So again, it intensifies the care aspect of what we're doing. And we then have the next 2 as well. So be kind and be caring. It's nurturing. It's a very feminine energy. So it's less pushing and more holding out your hand. With this healing energy, we will see new forms of healing modalities coming through. Perhaps if you haven't looked into alternative, which was actually the traditional before other forms come forward, it may be a way to help you heal. It may be a way to cut the wait list for some of those illnesses that cannot be, that have been shelved while we've been dealing with the virus. The biggest virus is fear, mainstream media and the propaganda. If you turn off your TVs and come away from that, then I'm sure there's going to be a lot of healing done. The best way to heal is to sing, to laugh, to dance, to get out, to mix, to mingle, and see facial expressions. I've just been sharing with you the 6 energy for the universe for this year. For those of you that are in a personal 6 year, this is yours. For the other numbers, the other 8 numbers that are not in a 6 personal year, you have to deal with this 6 personal year energy first, and your energy comes on the top. So if you'd like to know more about what's in store for you this year, why not consider having a reading, a consultation, or a mentorship? A mentorship is great because we build you back together piece by piece and work throughout the year on how to achieve your goals. Knowing where you are and what you're doing helps you plan. So I've shared the 6. It's about planning your relationships, your home, your environment, and your businesses, all with a healing, connected growth. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do, and push that bell for notification. And if you found value with my video, please do share it with other like-minded people that are looking to have a harmonious, happy, healthy 2022. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.